is Ambassador Emmanuel Gabari, and you're welcome to the program Shagalinku. For some weeks now, we've been taking you through a lot of things to know about the neglected tropical diseases, also known as the NTDs. We'll be showing you the challenges, some of the things you need to look out for, the symptoms, and everything you need to know about the NTDs. Today, we'll be wrapping up on that profile, and we'll be doing a whole lot of interviews from stakeholders and from practitioners and people on the field. Don't go nowhere, enjoy some of these interviews, and we will be back on Shagalinku.
My name is Shehu Musa Ishaq. I'm the consultant with Health and Development Support Program. This Health and Development Support Program is a non-governmental organization supporting Kano and about 4 states in the fight against 5 neglected tropical diseases. And this fight has started as far back as 1995. And the diseases that are termed neglected tropical diseases, people are not very much aware of. In the world, there are about 17 neglected tropical diseases. But in Kano here, 5 out of the 17 were mapped for treatment. They are given drugs to treat them annually, and the drugs are free. They are not for sale. The drugs are donated to states such as Kano annually, and Kano give it out to the local governments. And most especially, people are not aware that the drugs are free. The drugs are free. We don't charge any kobo for that. These drugs will help in getting the disease away from our communities, from our people. And so which means we need people to adhere to the treatment and to be aware that the drugs are there within their own communities. In case of bilharzia, which is the commonest disease, it affects people, children between the ages of 5 and 15 years. And the first symptom for that one is there is fever, there is itching, there is blood comes after urination. Yes, and by so doing, a lot of blood will be lost, and in prolonged kind of sickness, the kidney bladder can even happen to that person. And so he may even be, he may not even get an issue, a child, if the disease progresses. So these are some of the signs of bilharzia or schistosomiasis, as it used to be called. And the sign of the other disease, that is onchocerciasis or liver blindness, that one too, there will be itching, and the skin will be rough, just like the back of the crocodile or lizard. And there will be hanging groin, that is the testicle may enlarge, and also there will be finally the eyes will also be affected, and there will be blurred vision, and after some time someone can get blind. And for lymphatic filariasis or elephantiasis, those signs and symptoms similar to that of liver blindness will appear, and eventually the legs or the hand or the breast, if it is a woman, will get enlarged, extra large, and thereby deforming someone, make him to look ugly, and he or she may be stigmatized and wouldn't want anybody to know his or her own condition. You see, so main issue is that this disease doesn't kill like HIV/AIDS and the rest of it, but they deform someone. They make him to look one kind. They will change your nature completely. So another thing is, they don't appear immediately. It takes some time, like 5-10 years, before someone turns out to be a patient, full patient. So what my advice is that, since these drugs are for them and they are available not in clinics or hospitals, they are available within their own communities. Because in each local government we have what we call village volunteer. They are trained, they are given these drugs, they are being monitored for them to distribute the drugs to whoever is within that area. So what I'm advising the communities for the people to know is that these drugs are available and they are free. So don't be shy. Come forward for them. Let the health workers know your condition, your status. Don't fear. Don't feel shy. Because that is the only way we will get rid of this disease.
My name is Asha Usman Hassan. General Director of the Council of Self-Organization. They have already said it, but we come up with a strategy to address the stigma, so that we intensify mobilization, so that they should know the importance of seeking the drugs. Through mobilization, like during compound meeting with the women, we discuss all this issue with them, so that they should be able to understand the importance of this when seeking for treatment for NTD. And to the women, they should be aware of these neglected diseases, and they have to know the problem it constitutes. So we have to mobilize them to know the importance, so that they will be aware of know where to get the treatment.
All this will be taken through mobilization. If there is proper mobilization, all this work will not come out from the people. We want the proper mobilization to the community, so that the people will be aware about the disease, and if we take the drugs, they will be prevented again. The lack of proper mobilization, it causes all this problem. If the people who distribute the drugs, they have aware the community about the importance of the drugs, all this problem will not.
Exactly.
I'm Bakar S. Abdul, the Zone Director of Uduzon, State Primary Healthcare Management Board, which comprises of the Udul itself, Ajingi, Albasu, Galko, Sumaila, Dhaka. Basically, it's good initiative. This NTD is treatable, and the government itself put more hand and eyes on this, how it's going to be treated. Of the partners, especially the hands and other partners, and these drugs is going to be free. The people should know it's free, not they are going to the hospital and charge them some amount of money. They are going to give them free. The most important is only the people to know if they have any sign and symptom which has been stated. They should try and go to the nearest facility. If they cannot treat there, they can refer. And then secondly, the school people at the primary school, secondary school, where they are being walking around with the people with, or they are going to the pond and bath, play, or take the water, or even the soil where it has been contaminated. So my advice here is good mobilization. We are going to involve the traditional institutions, which are the lower level in the grassroots, so that they can try as much as possible, inform their people, inform the general public. This drugs is free, and this neglected tropical diseases is curable. It can be treated at any given time. The less cost amount of the drugs. So my appeal in this locality and generally is the people should be aware. Continuous mobilization, continuous sensitization, community dialogue for the women, compounds, so that people will be aware fully. Much more especially second last, you, the presenters and the media organizations, please want to enlighten the people and tell them the importance of this, so that people will be fully aware, apart from traditional and religious, even the imams may likely to know and preach, so that people will go and get the drugs free at the government advocate and bring the drugs. Basically, not from even the parents, the school teachers, they should try to help. That's the reason we came here. We call the SUBEV personnel, so that they are being co-opted in this planning and going to be in mobilization. They tell all their headmasters and tell them there are some little school children who are being involved in the activities. School health program has been involved in all the activities. So the most important, as soon as any child said, I have so problem in my legs, in my hand, they should refer to the clinic nearby. If they cannot do anything, they refer. And then secondly, the teachers again, please, who are in break time, not to allow the children, much more especially where they have a pond, a stagnant water, where they are being contaminated. Please, they should avoid the children to be, and even the parents too, at home, they should try to know where the children are playing, where are they doing. A good hand washing before they eat, even the religious term, it has been stated. So my advice is to general public, the parent, the guardian, and the teachers, and you again. I would like to say it because the media houses are the major contributors in enlightening the general public. I'm appealing to you, both the other side, inform the general public. We really appreciate the effort the media houses, much especially this ARTV has been doing, both the television and the radio side. They are doing a lot greatly in this our area in the state. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Amir Usman Sudawa. Okay. I'm Zonal Director for Nasra Zone under Commercial Primary Health Care Management.
Okay.
But actually, this neglected tropical diseases are diseases that basically affect rural communities and people who are less privileged, the vulnerable age groups, the children. So these people don't have access or enough awareness to take care of themselves. So by this kind of campaigns and awareness, people are brought to the limelight of these activities and to these diseases. And most importantly, these diseases are preventable. So by this kind of campaign, by this awareness, people will be able to, the public will be prevented, or those who have the disease could be treated to prevent the long-term consequences. Well, basically, like I said, this disease affects the less privileged people. So the awareness is very weak. The knowledge of the disease is not there. So the challenge is to bring the people on board, to make them aware of these conditions and to know that these conditions are treatable and they are also preventable. So our take-home message is people should respond to these activities and take this treatment.